at the point. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to an episode of A Shot of Reviews, the show where we review albums and drink at the same time. I am your host, Jarrell. With me, we got Snarky Mark and Big League Stu. What's up, fellas?
Hey.
There we go. We like this excitement here today. I'm really excited about today's show, and I'm glad to see both of you here today. I'll get to that in a second. But as I said, we're going to review some albums and drink some alcohol, which we'll tell you which we're drinking in a second. And albums today we'll be reviewing is the latest from Volbeat, the new, and then we got two albums from bands with putting out sophomore releases. One from Beartooth, and the new one from and the new one from PUP. You're supposed to bark on that.
Oh, sorry.
Like a puppy dog.
I didn't know what the poke in the side meant.
He started doing scat. He's like,
Stu followed the lead, and I wasn't even prepared for that. That's what the show is all about, spontaneity, you know? What else we're going to do? We're going to do some music news topics. One is about our favorite narcissistic rapper. And also, we're going to be talking about our favorite albums and so far and what it means to us in our future. That's kind of weird, right? But you'll see what I mean in a second. What else we got going on? Let's just get right to introducing our mascot, Little John, who always comes in and lets us know when it's time to do shots. So when you hear him tell us to do shots, you can take some drinks at home as well.
No, you must.
Wherever you are, you could be listening to this podcast at work. You could be listening to this podcast.
Pause it and go get some liquor.
All right. Okay, now you're back ready. We're gonna be doing some shots. Little John, come in here. Let us know. Let everybody know what it is when it's time to take shots. Where is it? Right there. There it is. And today's show is sponsored by Evan Williams Cherry Whiskey. We're trying a different flavor of Evan Williams. As you know, we did Evan Williams back on the Gwen Stefani episode. So this one will be just as sweet as our last one.
Was that a flavored one? Or
hopefully better than Gwen Stefani.
Burn. Go listen to that in case you don't know what we thought of it.
Not bad.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think I particularly like the cherry flavor.
Ooh, wow. That was a surprise.
It stings going down your throat.
No, not really.
In a good way.
Didn't sting.
This is actually whiskey that Stu likes then.
It was very cherry.
Stu likes this.
No, I like Fireball, so I like this, yeah.
Some say that's not real whiskey. They give me shit when I talk about drinking Fireball.
Well, it's only 66.6%.
That's close enough, I think, right? Anyway, one of the things I'm excited about is when I went to pick up Stu today, Mark, for the show, not only am I assuming you listen to everything, but he came right out the door. I didn't have to even wait for him to get dressed and shit and all that stuff he does every time I pick him up for the show. So I'm like, who the fuck is this coming out of the house? And I almost wanted to be like, what you doing with Stu? You know, like in the fucking movies and like rip off his mask and find out he's some like kind of like cyborg from the future. But I think it's him, right, Stu? Mark?
Looks like it.
It looks like Mark.
He turned over a new leaf.
This is a new Stu, which is going to... I think this is...
I was just bored.
So every time
I was going to fix my car and I didn't have time.
Every time you're bored, you'll do your
I was watching TV and I made sure everything was done.
Awesome.
Prior to recording, you said you've been drinking gin and tonics since 2.
Yes, and I had been drinking gin and tonics.
Car.
Yeah. I'm drunk enough to fix the car now. Do you do anything that doesn't require drinking? You know what I'm saying. Everything you do have to require you to drink? Like, you know, taxes, showering, doing like, you know, manual labor outside. Everything you have to have gin and tonic while doing it?
Well,
yeah.
I kind of start with one and then I'm like, sure, why not another? And then I just keep my buzz on.
What is that thing they ask?
And then I do shit.
They say like you're an alcoholic, quote unquote, if you drink alone, and Stu's all like, well, does the cat count as like a person in the house? I'm not alone.
Dog.
Actually,
I don't have a cat.
The dog is here, so
I was in a chat room.
Jesus is everywhere. So I'm not alone.
Well, that's like playing online role-playing games. You're not actually with somebody, but you still like socializing.
That's what you keep telling yourself, right?
You're an alcoholic in Second Life.
Yeah. My avatar is a sober one. All right, so let's get into what we did this week. As Mark, you know, Stu went to see the Descendants at the punk rock bowling.
And Dag Nasty. And the Subhumans.
I'm excited to
And
hear about it.
H2O.
Yes, and H2O.
I'm sure you got out there ready to hear this story.
88 Finger Louie.
I'm going to just say right now that our stories, me and Mark's, are probably not anywhere as close to as great of a weekend as Stu has had so far. So, Stu, get into like what, because on my Facebook, everybody's like, you know, posting pictures. I've had like at least 4 friends who went to that show about you, Mark.
Yeah, a couple people.
And I'm like, we missed the second time now. Me and you, Mark, missed the concert event of the century because he saw Hatebreed last week, and now he's at another concert. So it's like,
Is Hatebreed the concert event of the century?
well,
No, I didn't think that. Yeah, I don't know.
Had friends who went to that show
This
too, so.
this was like a once in every 20 years, and I can't see the Descendants doing another reunion in like 20, 30 years.
Shit, they were that bad.
No, you know how old they'll be in 30 years?
80, probably 80, right?
Yeah, that'd be
so
sad
fucking punk.
Descendants
That'd be
show.
so fucking punk. man.
Milo's gonna be forgetting everything. Where am I?
I'm a parent now. How am I going to think about parents?
Senior moment.
Parents, we are really cool. Parents, we drop you off at school.
So, like, basically, the punk rock thing. Let me give you guys the backstory. Punk rock bowling was only happening in Vegas.
And Asbury Park.
Every year prior to this year.
Oh,
so this
really?
year they brought it to New Jersey, so it was like, you got to go because who knows if they'll have it again.
And they had the Asbury Lanes right
Which
nearby.
ironically closed down.
Yeah, I know.
The bowling alley closed, and they have the punk rock bowling this year. So the thing I want to say is, I want to know, you've seen the Descendants before, back in the 90s?
Yeah, 95.
At the now gone
At the City Gardens, and that was a reunion because I went to see All. It was supposed to be All. So I was like, all right, yeah, I'll see All. I like All. It wasn't All.
It wasn't all of all.
No. Instead, Milo jumped out on stage and was like, "We're the Descendants," and everyone's like, "Hola!" Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Back before Twitter, so
And this is when I was,
yeah.
I was very young. I was probably like
City Gardens was
15.
City Gardens was in
16.
Trenton, and now it's gone.
Yeah, Calhoun Street in Trenton.
So tell us from that
They lost that promoter and they lost everything. That promoter got them like the coolest bands that were going around that were underground, and almost all of them blew up after that.
All right, so
And
tell us about like that concert with Descendants versus last night. How are they now? Are they the same? Like intensity, crowd, everything like that?
The intensity of the crowd, I'd say more so, is much bigger. It was a much bigger sing-along than obviously in 95.
Right.
But and much bigger crowd. Yeah, they aren't as high energy as they used to be. He wasn't spitting on anybody or like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
He never struck me as the type that was like a punk. He's just like a nerdy guy that sang.
No, he's punk.
Oh, he's a punk? He said he's not a punk though, right? That's a song.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
know my Descendants a little bit.
All right,
He's
all
not
right.
a loser, and he's not a punk.
He's not a loser.
Well, if you sing and into a crowd, you spit. Believe it or not, you spit a lot.
He spit on you at the last show.
Yes, he spit on me in 95.
Right,
yeah. Yeah.
So that was, maybe he just didn't like you. It wasn't he's being a punk.
That's
Milo,
pretty.
I never watched this face.
Pretty punk. Yeah, I know. Milo spit on me.
I'll never watch his face again. Which that's not anything new though, but still. So like you got Yo,
That's not funny.
you got there at you drove out to the Asbury, which is about like 1 hour from where we are.
Yeah, it's not very far.
Got to the show.
I was surprised. It was a pleasant drive.
Got to the show.
It was beautiful out.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Outside show. First, you saw 88 Fingers, Louis. They're a ska band or they're a punk band? Okay.
Yeah.
How are they?
Good.
Next, how is H2O, who we actually interviewed last year. Go to our website. You can see the interview with H2O.
H2O was good as ever. Got everybody, circle pit and trying to do their hardcore moves and stuff.
All right.
It was a lot of younger heads.
Oh, the crowd was like
No, well, in the
younger
pit,
kids.
in the pit.
I was expecting a
In
show
the
like
pit,
that.
it was a lot of younger heads.
Yeah, that makes sense. All the people that actually were going to H2 and like Descendant shows when they were like prominent are probably like
Yeah, they're all.
receding hairlines and back in the bleachers and shit like that.
Well, there's no bleachers, but
Oh, they don't have the
everyone was, standing.
Oh, because when we went to see, we went to that punk show 2 years ago. It was like, check this out, Mark. It was fucking Offspring, Bad Religion, Vandals, and Pennywise,
Whoa.
Summer Stage, and they had a bleacher there. I remember. But,
They did?
Yeah.
Oh, a little one.
Well, yeah. It was all in the back. But,
Yeah.
But so anyway,
But they didn't have Italian sausage.
I'm sure
like
they
they
did.
did this year.
That's what he feasted on. That was the whole point of the show.
Dude, yeah, the onions kind of gave me gas though. But since it was an outdoor event, I was all right.
Although someone all the way in the back, who the fuck farted, dude? Who was that? I can't breathe. Everyone on the fucking beach were like, dude, what the fuck? Stinks here. Who farted? It was Stu. How was your favorite band, Dag Nasty? Were they not emo whatsoever?
They were not emo. They were actually. This is actually an interesting story.
Good.
Normally, he has more of a like melodic voice. I guess he hasn't sung in a long time. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he was like hardcore.
Right.
He was like raw, like shouting and everything. You know what I mean? It wasn't like as much singing as I'm used to with Dag Nasty. Because Dag Nasty,
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna prove these motherfuckers. I'm not a little pussy. I gotta sing. I gotta get mad.
Yeah. He was like he followed H2O and was like,
He had-
I'm making Dag Nasty like hard this time. It was hard Dag Nasty.
Yeah.
They played really hard.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, it was interesting for them. I didn't picture them like that. So no, it was not emo whatsoever. They busted out like a hardcore set, like their songs in hardcore version. Yeah, and his voice is real gravelly.
So far, my jealousy level of not being there is like at like a 3. So Bring It On Home with like the fucking when the Descendants came on, who I've never fucking seen them. I've only seen.
Well, they did
twice.
2 encore songs, which was good.
2 songs, like they left and came back again. To
Yes,
the song.
and they were gone for a while.
You want to play one more song? It's fucking a minute and a half. Are we sure? This song is so long. I guess. Fine.
It was good. They played all their classics, but I noticed they got a new album coming out.
Right.
I don't know if you know about it.
I do. That's why I'm thinking to myself, and I might be wrong, that I don't know if you want to agree, Mark, or disagree, but I'm sad that I didn't get to see the Descendants. I don't know if you ever seen it before.
Never.
And I'm saying to myself, well, they have a new album coming out. Maybe
They're gonna play
maybe
again.
they'll do a US
tour.
and I'll see.
I
next
bet
year.
they would. Yeah.
You think so?
No, but
Okay.
see, the problem is
they'll be old.
their new stuff. People didn't respond to it as much.
Well, how many songs they play?
They played like I'd say
From that-
3, 4, maybe 4 new songs.
They probably fucked up and
They
said,
mixed them in.
Yeah,
they said this is a
you
new
can't say
song
that.
every time.
Do not say this is a new song. That's code for go get a beer because we're gonna play a new song. Don't say that. Just play the new song. But the new song actually I heard it's not bad. It sounds old. It sounds like classic Descendants to me. Which
Yeah.
we'll review that album when it comes out. In July 29th it comes out. So we'll probably review it in August. Yeah, but I was like, I think they'll tour again. So I was mad because Stu actually had the free ticket because your brother was going and he bailed, and he called me and he's like,
Yes.
you want to go for a free show?
Now, if I had a week ahead of time,
Yeah.
we could have given away the ticket on Hybrid Radio, but my brother bailed on me in the last minute.
Tell us why he.
I
Bailed.
would even been like, anybody want to go?
Why did your brother bail though? Tell the story.
Oh,
of how
I
he
have to
called
tell
you.
the story. Because his I don't know, trouble in paradise with the girl.
Okay. Now
Girl-
is that
girl problems.
I don't know if that's worth missing a lifetime event, but when you told me, I was like,
Yeah, but he saw him in '95, so
oh yeah, I guess. So he'll see him again.
it wasn't a big deal to him. Now it was a
30
big deal
years.
to deal to his one buddy that I saw there. Because he never got to see them in '95. He missed them. He went to a show like the week before at City Gardens and like the week after, but missed the Descendants.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like a big City Gardens fan and never got to see the Descendants. So he finally got to see the Descendants and he was like totally thrilled. My brother's friend, but he was like, "Where's your brother?" Blah blah blah. And then everyone I ran into is like, "Where's your brother?"
What this show's not worth it now. And then even the Descendants are like, this show goes out to Stu's brother. Oh, he's not here. Ah, fuck, man. They didn't give their all, quote unquote,
Yeah.
because of that reason.
Yeah, even the one girl I don't want to say names, but
don't say
went to high school. Went to high school with her, and obviously my brother. And she was like, "Yeah, the first time I listened to the sentence was in your brother's sob, driving around." Yeah, so I had to hear about like my brother the whole time, he's not there, and he skipped out on me.
That was the soundtrack to the back seat sex, I guess. Right? Put on some Descendants and put the seats forward like that. The 2-door sob, though, right?
Oh yeah,
That's
I didn't think about sex.
Yeah. That's only.
She said it right in front of her boyfriend, though. Oh no, she's married. Her husband. She said it right in her.
I used to fuck his brother. You mean D? Blah blah blah. Holy shit!
Stop.
It's an honor to meet you.
Yeah, no, that wasn't the situation. I'm sure she meant just driving around.
Okay, sure. I don't know. It's just some of the Descendants songs are pretty sexy. You know, they're very good aphrodisiacs for fast paced fucking.
I'm a pervert. Yeah, I can see making it. I'm a pervert. That's when you make you move and just grab her tits and smack her.
I'm actually I'm actually mad for 2 reasons. The one reason, real quick, you told me on the way here that he censored his
I don't
lyrics.
know. That's what it sounded like to me.
You know how their lyrics.
That's what I heard.
He censored nowadays.
He censored one lyric.
Yeah, I think he should still say the homo word though. That's the words. What do you guys think? You think he should censor?
You're talking about "I'm not a loser."
Yeah.
Yeah, he said.
He says, "You fucking homos."
Yeah, he said. What he said? Disco instead of homo.
Which doesn't make any sense.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard come out of the mic. That's what I heard. I swear. He was like, "You fucking disco." I was like, and then the whole crowd's like, "Homo."
He wasn't sure if they were singing the lyrics or talking to him.
I was like, "Oh wow, I guess they're not following him."
Yeah.
No, I think that you should definitely not censor lyrics.
Well, he definitely said butt fuck.
Well, that's fine. But
Yeah.
No one's offended by butt fucking.
No.
That could be any. That could be any sexuality.
Yeah, no.
But he didn't want to.
Could be an animal.
He didn't want to offend all the homosexuals.
Animals
in the
butt
crowd.
fuck.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just that bothered me, and also the other thing that bothered me is I was kind of like I wanted to go to the show with you, but like when you told me it was like I don't know if when I told Mark the same thing because you had the free ticket and you were like I'm busy too, but was it spousal issues? Or you really had plans?
You called me and I was like literally about to leave to go pick my girlfriend.
Dude, it was so short term.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's the same
Everything.
day. I'm like, we had
Yeah.
I'm not saying like I had to go to a funeral, but
no, I know. I'm just saying
or like a
like
wedding or something. But like I had to, I had life to work to live, like already planned out.
Yeah, it's just kind of like I was kind of thinking to myself, I really sometimes miss the whole spontaneity of life back then, but
Yeah.
it was. I thought that I thought Shot in the Dark. Let's see if Mark can do it, but I figured the same thing with you. Like maybe you can't just drop everything and just do whatever now that you're.
Yeah, I tend to. Not
I can.
Do that.
That's what's. Just make sure you know.
No, I'm
make
just
sure
kidding.
you make sure you know what you're getting into.
I understand.
Yeah, but all in all, like I said, I'm not saying I'm mad, like angry, like I wish I could have gone, you fucking bitch. But it's just fine. It's just
What?
Like life happens.
Call me a bitch?
No, I'm just saying like when I had that. You even said that when you called me. Are you allowed to go to the show? Want to ask you if Miss S was okay? I'm like I can do what I want.
I was worried about Mandy.
I'm like I don't have to ask any permission. I'll just.
I was worried about Mandy because I was like, oh, it's short term.
I'm like Mrs. S. I'm going to the show. I don't care what you say. And then
she's like, no. And you're like.
Okay, another time. The sentence come around all the time. Who cares?
You see, for you, it's more complicated because
I know.
you've got
I got
children.
kids. I got that.
For me, I feel like part of it is also just like, there's no ticket for her. Like she would come, and I'm sure hate it, but at least she would want to be there too.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
She could have got an Italian sausage.
I give her Italian sausage.
Oh. Yes. You get shots for that one, Mark. We are just killing time here. And I'll get to it in a second why we're doing that. I gotta yell at you fans here.
We're killing time for a reason?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Can I mention that this past week I went to go see the Ghostbusters original movie in the theater?
Again?
Oh, did I do that the week before?
I thought you saw. Oh, you saw. What did you see in the theater that was an old movie?
I see that every week.
Yeah, I thought you saw something else that was old that we were talking about.
What?
What the fuck was? Oh, well, go on. Sorry, it'll come to my
You
mind.
didn't
later.
even mention we have Ecto Cooler.
Well, that's what I was about to
that's
say.
where he's getting to. Yeah.
So I saw at Ghostbusters. They had a Fathom event where they played the Ghostbusters, original Ghostbusters, in the theater.
Tell the bartender to keep it down, please. Thank you.
The next day, I get my fucking shipment of Ecto Cooler in the mail, and I find a bunch of juice boxes on the shelf. So I've been rich with green slime liquid all week.
You've been
So
slimed.
I decided to bring some cans and share it with you guys.
Thank you very much, man. We should put a picture of this on there so the people at home or listening can actually know where they can. Ecto Cooler looks like now because we got a lot of millennial fans.
they
I
can't-
have
apparently
to
they
come up
can't-
with a mixed drink
they can't
that's
put
good with
Slimer on
Ecto
it.
Cooler.
Oh, they can't.
Because of copyright.
Copyright.
Oh, really? They can't put
Yeah.
Slimer on? Yeah, because Slimer is supposed to be on it.
Yeah.
Well, at least the juice box. I only remember the juice box. I don't remember cans.
Yeah.
They didn't used to have cans.
Oh,
But it's
this-
a new thing, but
all
it's,
right.
The juice boxes exist also.
Where's Clinton can get it later because we gotta. His joke was good. We got to toast to it now.
All right. Yeah, hilarious.
We gotta
Italian sausages.
Nice.
There you go. Just drink to my dick.
Nice segue. Speaking of dicks, next show we're gonna actually have a guest on the show, King Missile, who had the popular song in the '90s, "Detachable Penis." He is not a dick whatsoever, but he sung about a dick. So all you guys out there, if you have any questions, make sure you email them to us at njhybridradio@gmail.com. And also, we have a Twitter now that I'll tell at the end of the show. But if you want to tweet some of the questions, we'll read them on the air. Go to at njhybridradio and Twitter or anything like that you want to ask him. Anything else you did this weekend before we get into my bullshit?
I don't know. I mean, earlier today I watched a sweet documentary about the band Slint.
Slint, okay.
They were a band that existed for 2 albums in the early 90s, Touch and Go Records, and put out one masterpiece and then broke up. And
That's what you gotta do. That's the fucking Dickie Cox method, man. All I'm asking you to do is make one masterpiece that culminates your entire career. How hard is that?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did. He waited one masterpiece and was done, right? Yeah. That's nice.
like Refused put out Shape of Punk to Come and then broke up and were fucking gods forever. Now they're back and put out a subpar album last year and they're still now they're back and I don't know.
They're actually playing with the Deftones, right? And you're not going to that
Are
show?
they? I don't know. I saw them the first show they played in New York when they first got back together 4 years ago.
And you said it was amazing.
It was amazing. It was
Yeah.
the best thing ever, and I don't want to taint it because now they're playing new material, which some of it's really good and some of it's not great. And I'm sure it would be better live, but I don't know. I saw them. I was there for the show I wanted to be at, and
You
do
don't
I need
want
to
to
see
taint
them?
that
I don't want
moment.
to taint
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. They were special because they it's like James Dean cut down in their prime, fucking ended, broke up tragically, put out an amazing record, and then never to be heard from again.
That's
You
right.
like that La Bamba guy.
Exactly.
Richie
Richie Valens.
Valens.
Yeah. You saw him before, right?
Yeah, totally live. No.
Don't get on that plane, Richie. You might regret it. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, SA. Is that how he talks, I guess? I don't know. He's a kid. So what I did, I have 2 things I want to vent about. I voted last Tuesday. And I know you guys have been telling me that voting is a waste of time because
Now I got to vote to cancel your vote.
it's too late now. You got to vote in November.
Damn it.
But one
I
of
just
the
wanted
thing
to cancel your vote.
The thing I don't like about voting now is I went to the primary thing because New Jersey we haven't had it in this long because usually I had it settled by April of who's going to be the Democratic and Republican one, and we got 2 Democrats butting heads to get against Donald Trump, as you guys know.
Bernie would have been better.
I voted for Bernie, but the thing is, when I went there, they're like, "You got to declare your party now," and they asked me all loud and stuff, in whole fucking library at the middle school, and it's like, let's say I want to be I was Republican, I was voting for Donald Trump. If I said Republican, everyone in the fucking library knows what I'm saying. That's kind of invading my privacy. But since I said Democrat, you don't know who I'm picking. I could pick one or the other. You guys know now because I said Bernie Sanders, but and also you guys know he lost in New Jersey. So I'm thinking to myself, like, what do I do if I'm against the other person in the first place? Do I now pick her because that's my choice? So I'm like, why bother voting? And similar to telling your parents that you're an atheist, I mistakenly told my mother this. I might not vote in November, and her fucking jaw hit the fucking ground, and she like, almost like I fucking like killed like a person and something like that. You gotta vote, and my mother is like born in the 40s and stuff like that. Late 40s, you guys. Don't think I don't want to make. In case you're listening, Mom, I don't want people to think that you're like a dinosaur. You're not that old. And then she's like, it's your right, and people died for this. It's the same thing I told you guys, like that you're not voting. A lot of white men died to have you guys vote, and even though it was from old age, you have a right to vote. It's people want you to vote, and I'm thinking to myself, like, if I don't really care about either party, like, why should I bother? Like, but at the same time, I'm not saying I'm never voting again. I don't know how you guys are about voting, but I'm just like, maybe I don't care who gets picked because both options have their downsides. Both options have maybe a good thing to it. Here I'm saying, if we get like Hillary in there, we'll get Bill Clinton back in there. But I don't know how much things he'll have to say as a first man. Will he be able to have the same power as he did back in the 90s,
and pick the interns?
Yeah, exactly. or is he just gonna be sitting in the sidelines like letting his wife do all the work? Opposite thing.
She's supposed to do all the work if she's the fucking president.
But still, he's done it before, so he can at least tell her what to do.
And letting his wife do everything.
And on the other spectrum,
she probably did all the work for him when he was in office.
I don't know. You think
he
so?
Just fucking played the sax, played with socks,
played with sax and socks, sax and socks.
Went for a jog and laughed at Phil Hartman when he impersonated his entire life.
That guy's funny. And then I'm saying, like, if I pick the other side, the only good thing about having a Republican in office is it makes the music seem great. Because it's something to fucking bitch
There's gonna
about.
be a new compilation.
Yeah.
Rock against Trump. Fucking Fat Mike will have something to sing about again.
If he gives a shit about it. But what do you guys have to say? Like,
right,
about,
if I voted,
voting?
I would say my stance would be, well, I guess I got to vote to not get Trump in office.
Yeah, I'm thinking
that's the whole thing. It's like it's South Park. It's the douche in a turd sandwich.
Yeah, but I did that whole thing. What was it? 2004. I did the exact same thing. I'm not saying John Kerry was a great guy, but the only reason I voted for him because I didn't want the other person to win, and he did. So I'm like, I don't want the fucking same thing happen again. What's the point of me trying?
I mean, you could also just throw your vote away the way that you would, even if you voted for either of those people, and just write in Bernie Sanders, or whatever he's gonna because he said that he's gonna keep running on some other ticket, So
wait, he's gonna do independent?
Well, they
Fucking
said
idiot,
either I think the Green Party asked him you could be our candidate.
He's stupid because we're not in the time yet that people will pick the third party.
Well,
it's too soon. We're not a progressive society
but
yet.
he's done a really good job.
We need 4 parties.
Yeah.
He's done a good job of getting his message out there. And I think enough people, I mean, whatever. The popular vote doesn't matter, so who cares? I mean, I don't know.
I just want to know,
Electoral college rules.
The point I'm making is I'm trying to incorporate that to my mother, and she's got that whole you have the right, you got to pick this or that, that's of evil. This. I'm not saying I'm never voting again, Mom. I'm just saying this particular election, I'm not gonna probably vote. And she's like, you gotta vote all the time. You gotta vote. I'm like, I stood up to her, my chest out, everything. What if I don't? What are the consequences? What are you gonna do about it if I don't vote? And she just had nothing. She backed down. She cowered away.
Dinosaur born in the 40s.
Yeah, she cowered away in a corner. And she's like, you gotta vote. She didn't have any reason to challenge if I don't vote. What she's gonna do about it? But
I'm gonna spank you.
Yeah, she
come here, Jarrell. I'm gonna spank you. For not voting.
I can see in November her pulling me by the ears like the fucking thing, pick a ballot. I don't want it. Pick a ballot. Now say you're sorry. No. Say who you're running for. I don't want to say who I'm picking. I don't want it. No. I don't know. It's just, and the thing carries over to my job because I went to work after that, and I was telling the people at work in my second job, my part-time job at undisclosed convenience store I work at, and then a customer comes up and he's like, I'm talking to people about that whole Democratic thing I did, And the customer comes up to me, he's like, "Don't say the D word around me. Don't say the D word." And then I'm like, "I'm not even talking to you." I'm like, over. He was coming up in line. He comes up and he's like, "Don't say the D word." I'm like, all right. And he's like, "Don't say the O word either." I'm like, "What, Oprah?" I didn't go for.
Yeah, what is the O word?
I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Oh, and he's like, "Obama."
Oh.
Don't say that around me. I'm like, I wasn't even talking to you. Like, I can say what I want to say. And he's like, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I told him, like, I don't like people that smoke cigarettes because they stink and everything like that. But I still take care of you. No offense to you, Stu. I just was making a point to this customer. He gets all mad and everything like that. Then I'm like insulting him apparently a Democrat, and he's like getting in my face about like basically saying that he stinks and everything like that. He's like, whoa, like, you can't talk to me that way. You don't like me buying cigarettes. I don't care if you buy cigarettes. It's just I'm saying smokers smell to me, and I don't like, and you're in some occasions you're kind of like an asshole, but I'm not like, I'm not like going to your face and saying about it. Like, I can have a conversation over here. It wasn't even concerning you. Gets all pissed off. Said he's gonna talk to my manager about it, but little does he know my manager's on vacation. So, haha, joke's on you.
Like,
But
so now
I'm
I'm fired.
So
Then you get fired when the manager comes back because they didn't know.
he'll forget
what
by the
was
time
going
the
on.
story
Yeah,
comes.
that's bullshit. I mean, I'd be like, okay, don't say the N word to me, asshole. Fuck you. Like,
This guy's like like the place I work at is like a really rich area called Baskin Ridge, but there are occasional like douchebags
We're
that
narrowing it
shop
down.
there.
Where is this place?
This particular guy comes in every time, buys cigarettes, and if and the receipt comes out, if you try to give him the receipt for his cigarettes, he gets mad as shit. I know you're not trying to give me a receipt for this, and walks out. It's like, what the fuck's your problem, dude? So finally, he gets in my business about my conversation, and Stu, I told you about that last time. I had this problem in my second job where I go off on people once in a while, and they get mad. I did, but you're saying that I might get in trouble. I let it go now.
Yeah. You gotta let those things roll off your shoulder.
Same thing to you, motherfucker. Let the shit go. Don't call my fucking boss, dude. Let it go. I'm just saying, let's drop it, right?
that's crazy. Yeah, I've had some, like, in my customer service years, I've had some weird interactions with people, but I've never had anyone, like, flat out, like, get into my face over something like that. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's just obviously. And the thing that bothers me is like, all right, like you can't complain about Bush nowadays, and the people are like, oh, let it go, it's so old. Like, you're still on this Obama shit. It's like 8 years. He's leaving. Like, who gives a fuck, man? And the problem I'm making to bring this whole thing home is this seems like a guy that makes his mind up about a party he picks before he hears the whole like sides. He's like, any Democrat that's running, I'm against it. I don't care what they say. I don't care what their opinions are. I'm all Republican all the way. Yeah. And I don't like that. I think people should listen to both sides, let it go in their head, and then pick a person.
Well, that's the difference between you and most Republican, staunch Republicans. Like, they truly believe that anything that the news media says is liberal biased, not to be trusted. Fox News is the Bible,
right?
And that like anything that's ever said through any other news channels is suspect. And any Democrats, no matter what they say, are gonna try to take your guns away and try to, force gays to have sex in your living room. There's a war on Christmas and all that bullshit. So whatever, man. Fuck him. Bring a gun to work and put it in his face.
So if you fuck with me again, get your goddamn Marlboros and get out of my fucking face right now. You fucking smell.
Yeah.
I don't know. Before we get to music news, I just want to say that Stu, like, you're doing a great job.
You are, Stu.
I had no segue for that. But
great job at what?
Just being you, man. You actually convinced me that. Like, no. Actually, my question was like, do you think I was wrong for? How should I patch things up with me and my mother like about this whole thing? Should I vote just because it makes her mad that I don't, or should I just stand my ground and be like, no, until I see the?
I think you should not. I think you should vote because like why let what she says? I don't want to vote. Change what you actually don't want to vote.
I don't want to vote.
Why are you talking about it so much then?
I don't know.
Obviously, you want to vote. You're so passionate about it.
I want to care. I do. I want to care.
You're just mad Bernie's not going to win.
Yeah, I'm mad.
Well, you can just like
Now
say
you don't want to
you know,
vote.
like
You want to take your ball and go home.
Yes, you got it right. That's why I preemptively say you're doing a great job, because you know exactly the right thing to say to me. I don't know. It's just I told my mom before, and she kept cutting me off every time. Like October when they do their debate, she's got to fucking sell me on why she will be back great in the White House. And that's all I gotta say about that. So if you guys want to get on tell me. Actually, this is the point we're making. Let's do like a whole thing. You guys email me or tweet us at NJ Habit Radio. Why should Jarrell vote? I want to hear answers. Or why should Jarrell not vote? Or,
Jarrell should vote because Jarrell's going to vote for Trump.
Let's actually do like a poll. Let's like have a choices.
Oh wait,
should Jarrell vote?
Should
Jarrell
Jarrell
vote?
your vote?
yeah,
No,
you
should
should
Jarrell
sell
vote?
your vote?
We should. Yeah, sell your vote over the podcast.
Yeah. Should I vote? Should I not vote? Or should I?
Who
not
should
care?
he vote for?
Yeah. And then whatever you guys pick, that's who I'm going to
It's
vote
like a free
for.
vote. It's like you get 2 votes.
If Hillary and Trump, if you're listening to this, you might get a vote out on me. Like, so make sure you vote every day.
Oh yeah.
And
Hillary's gonna contact you, be like, "Vote for me," and then you have to.
So should we make them be able to vote more than once, or just one time they vote and that's it?
I don't know. Yeah. You can't put in multiple votes. And DJ Skittles.
Yeah.
DJ Skittles is gonna put in like 10 votes.
Yeah. All right, Little John, are you voting at all? I gotta get. Are they like? Where's our hostess at the lovely Hybrid Radio Studio?
We've lost our audience.
We lost our audience.
Yeah.
All my politics have made everyone leave.
This is not a good one.
Yeah. This is the worst podcast ever.
We
drove away our best friends.
I think I got too political on this. I'll stop. Yeah. To no more politics.
Like, we don't care about the descendants, and we don't care about who you're voting for.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, do you care about Kanye West? Because he's in our news right now. Our top story, Kanye West's birthday was last Wednesday. So I figured it'd be a good idea to have a news topic about him. That's right. I'm sure you're listening right now. It's like, someone likes me, fam. Yeah. Now, I got this news actually from Vogue.com. And they say Kanye West canceled a surprise concert in New York City at the Webster Hall. You guys been there before? I know you've been there, Mark. Me and Stu been there a few times.
Yeah, I've been there a million times.
So let me break, because this story actually I thought was plain simple. He was going to do a show and then he didn't show up. But it's got a lot deeper than that. So there was actually a Governor's Ball Music Festival that got canceled last Sunday. So a lot of like bands and stuff like that were trying to like promise like refunds for the show and play like special shows that day. For example, I can't even read now. I got a picture. I got flashed. We got Two Doors Cinema Club, Prophets of Rage, and Courtney Barnett, your favorite artist, Mark, was going to do a surprise show that Sunday to make up for that canceled Governor's Ball show. And one of the people also trying to do that was Kanye West. He sent like a cryptic tweet saying that doing a last minute show at Webster Hall, and then his protege name is Vic Menza said show at 2 a.m. sold out. He finally retweeted at about like 1 a.m. in the morning. As a result, thousands of fans flooded the streets outside Webster Hall in the wee hours in the morning, awaiting Kanye West to surprise them with this show. Massive crowds were there, and then finally Webster Hall decided to tweet at like 1:45 in the morning that there would be no concert and asked everyone to please go home safely. However, devoted Yeezy fans stood their ground, however, hoping it would be just an attempt to clear the streets on 11th Street, and maybe Kanye West, Yeezus himself, would still make an appearance and do this show.
So it was a trick flash mob.
You think... But
it was a trick flash mob. They tricked people into flash mobbing Webster Hall.
You think Kanye West is the type of person to like troll on Twitter?
Yes.
Oh no. What comes to happen is even Kim Kardashian, his wife, went on to her Snapchat and they were saying how her husband was trying his hardest to get Bill de Blasio, the mayor of New York, to close down the street like for about 4 blocks or so he can perform his impromptu show. And after his efforts
They were going to do it on the
thwarted,
street? What happened to doing it in Webster Hall?
There's a last minute ditch effort.
Closed down 4. What did they need 4 blocks closed down for?
For the crowd, I guess.
But like, what? Like, if you
It's
think about it
ridiculous.
logically, like, what?
It's
There's gonna be
ridiculous.
4 blocks of like.
No, I
How would that even
guarantee
work?
you there was not that many people to close down 4 blocks.
We're talking about Kanye West here.
I don't
Jesus!
care. I don't care.
Okay, I know you don't care.
I don't believe it.
Well,
They always make everything bigger. I mean, those diamonds, they don't own them. They freaking rent them. All
Well,
that ice.
It didn't happen, as I'm saying. The concert didn't happen. He tried it. Apparently, they tried to tell de Blasio,
cars are
let's have the
leased.
concert. And they were saying, no. And then they were like, oh, well, we can't do it. But then Kim Kardashian the next morning posted a photo on Instagram of the impressive crowd that gathered outside to see her husband's last night. And she said, how do I do this? Kanye really wishes he could have performed last night. He really tried his hardest, but it was ultimately out of his control. Promise he will make up this pop-up show. Perhaps he's looking into booking Madison Square Garden once again.
You should have booked Madison Square Garden to
In the
begin
first
with.
place, right? Yeah, that's where he actually played his fucking album on his fucking laptop. Remember that when he dropped his pop-up album, he had the surprise. Like, I don't know.
He had a laptop and he just hit play.
Yeah, that's all he did. Like his secret.
Dude, why didn't he just bring out a CD player and hit play on it? He could have had the whole thing burned.
That's old school, man.
That's
That's not how
fashion
Kanye
show.
is. He doesn't do CDs anymore. If you were in that last podcast we did, he's not doing CDs
He's like,
anymore.
watch this. I'm gonna hit the space bar. It's gonna play.
That's crazy though. Like,
I'm a DJ.
I'm a DJ. I'm a genius. Go ahead, Mark. What do you got to say? As a
I tried to do a flash mob one time.
and it was very successful, right?
And no one showed
It was
up.
pretty funny, actually. No,
Only 2 people showed up.
There
We
was
were like,
there's the band Mindless Self Indulgence was playing 3 shows at Irving Plaza, like 3 nights in a row, and so a lot of the same people were going to the shows every night. So like I had a bunch of friends staying at my dorm room at the time, and so after the first night, we thought it'd be we went to this diner the next night, and we asked for cherry Coke, and at the diner they put cherry syrup into the Coke, like they didn't have a specific cherry Coke syrup. So they mix it themselves. And the guy gave us this big attitude because we all wanted cherry Cokes, and I guess it was work for him to do. So he was a total asshole to us.
Uh-huh.
And so the next night we printed out 200 flyers that said free after party, free cherry Cokes at the Lyric Diner, and gave the address. And 10 people showed up, and they were really confused. And it was about we just sat outside and watched people get confused, and the waiters looking around at each other what, them showing each other the flyer, what, who, That was about the extent of it. It was 10 people. It was really nothing.
Well, that
Nothing
blows
to
my
speak
mind
of.
actually, because that's actually probably what happened. And you think Kanye West was actually trolling like you did, just would never plan to do this concert all along?
Well, I mean, the fact that she was there to take the picture of the crowds, or was she just reposting a picture from somewhere else?
Probably, yeah.
Was it her taking the picture? Because
They said that they got on the cars and took a picture, but did anyone see Kanye West? That's the one I want to know. That was actually waiting for hours and hours for him to show up. They don't say that in the article. I was just wondering, but I don't know. I'm surprised they actually showed up. I thought if he made no appearance whatsoever, what they're saying he did, then I would have said he got you guys.
it doesn't matter. Halal Food made tons of money selling gyros on the corner.
I bet.
Definitely.
You want the Kanye West special?
Yeah.
$6 Kanye West special, but you got the ones other for $5. No, it's the Kanye West one. It's different. But
Chicken kebab?
N-word kebab right here. I don't know. Well, let us know if you actually were a person that went to this thing, and all our New York fans, all of you in the Tri-State area, if you were at the Kanye West supposed surprise concert, let us know actually what went down. We want to know what everyone talked about, how it was and how it wasn't, and all that good jazz. Now, this other story I want to talk about. I got from MTVnews.com, the source for your music news. And they actually have
That
like
still
a
exists.
yeah.
Do.
First, hi, I'm Kurt Loder. I'm here with that. All right, so they said
Serena Altschul.
or Tabitha Store N.
With downtown Julie Brown.
That's an old reference, butthead. So they say
She wasn't on the news though, was she?
no,
Was
she
Julie
had
Brown?
downtown Julie Brown. She did the
Yeah, I know, downtown
We're getting off
Julie
track here. Let's get back
All
on
right,
our
go.
news. So this actual article says what your favorite albums of 2016 so far say about your future. The music you love says a lot about the way you're feeling and how you process what's happening around you. A tune or album can even offer sage advice, like when you realize that a relationship won't work because of how a similar one plays out in a song. If you read it right, the music you connect to or the music you connect with can help get you a glimpse of what you want and where you're going. Now that it's the first half of the year is almost up, it's a good time to evaluate what albums have meant the most to you and what it can tell you about where you're heading over the next 6 months. They had a bunch of albums on here, but I only picked the albums that we actually reviewed on this podcast. So I'm going to ask each of you.
So it's kind of like dreams, like they mean something?
Yeah.
So it means something, like if I listen to a specific album?
No, we're going to pick a bunch of albums and you guys that we reviewed this year. And you tell me your favorite album out of all these, and I'll tell you your future. Future. You got a choice. The new Rihanna album, Auntie. Kanye West's new album, The Life of Pablo. The latest album from Beyonce, Lemonade. The latest Drake album, Views. The new one from Panic at the Disco called Death of a Bachelor. The latest one from the 1975, I Like It When You Sleep, for You Are So Beautiful, Yet So Unaware of It.
Hardly even remember that one.
All right. I thought you were going to pick that one, but...
yeah, no, I did like that, but I hardly remember it. Am I going to say that's better than Panic at the Disco?
All the ones I said so far.
I did like it. I mean,
you got to pick your favorite.
All right.
I actually added this one because we're going to review it, but I have a funny feeling in it, like this album, the new Radiohead, A Moon-Shaped Pool. We're going to review it the next show, but I have a feeling that you might like it, but that's why I threw it in this thing. And finally, Macklemore and Ryan, This Unruly Mess I've Made.
It's all freaking hip-hop and shit.
Oh, sure, Stu, but everything we've done. What is your favorite album out of all those?
All right, 1975.
I knew we were going to pick that shit.
It's either that or Panic at the Disco.
Yeah, very true. So you want your future for 1975, then. Here we go. You knew life could be bad, but you didn't know how bad.
Oh, great.
You didn't anticipate.
Sounds accurate.
You didn't anticipate the beautiful diversity of badness that human experience has to offer. You probably also didn't anticipate just how much grace there is in losing everything you once thought you'd be able to rely on.
You're going to get tied up in a basement and whipped to death.
Life is very long, and its storyline doesn't wrap up neatly. You are not the hero in the popular film. You are the one suffering amongst all other organisms suffering on this planet called Earth. And it's your job.
You are mold.
It's your
you
job.
Are nothing.
It's your job to live through your losses the way you've lived through all your triumphs. That's a big fortune cookie.
That sucked. What was the Panic at the Disco one?
Okay.
I want to read.
I want a better future.
I want to read. Yeah, that was
It's one
horrible.
of those fortune teller things. And rips open all the sides of it and waiting for
That was freaking horrible.
I just want to be big.
What they all suck?
What if that kid
They're all horrible, and it was all to waste
You will
Jarrell's time.
die alone.
What if the kid from
They're all bad.
Let's go to Mark now. Mark's next.
Fine. I want to you got to come back to me then.
All right.
Actually, wait.
He's going to pick Panic at the Disco. Oh, no. He likes Drake.
I hated that Drake album.
No, he definitely wants Drake in bed.
I mean, I would say fucking Kanye because it's the only one I've listened to like more than once and actually liked.
All right.
The Panic at the Disco album wasn't bad, but I'm gonna go with Kanye.
Kanye West, Life of Pablo. If you like this album or love it, it means every time you exercise your demons, more pop up from depths you didn't know you had. Really, no one ever becomes completely pure. There's so much you
Dirty.
There's so much you want to accomplish that you can't help wanting to, or 3 lives at once. Just to know when it feels like you lived out your worst fears and your greatest desires. You don't have to settle. You don't have to settle, Mark.
Thank you.
You don't have to settle for Kanye. There's better.
But you might want to learn to center yourself, to become one person, complex but whole, living peacefully with your demons the way you do with your angels. Deep.
Wow. I'm gonna.
You're not
rethink my
centered
whole
enough.
life now.
You're too Kanye.
Now, unfortunately for myself,
That doesn't make it. These things don't make any sense.
No,
They're
actually
stupid.
I actually think the Kanye album is the best out of the list. But just for fun, I'm gonna go with the Beyonce album Lemonade as my second one, just so you guys can hear a different one. And they say if you love Beyonce's Lemonade, it says good on you for finding your fire.
If you like Beyonce's Lemonade,
Maybe
on your face.
maybe some people don't agree with the way you do things. Too sharp, too tough, too direct. But you've been learning to let your own judgment speak loudly in your mind. Keep listening to your deep voice, the clear one, because the voices that try to shout over it won't lead to anywhere you want to go.
They're all negative.
No, I thought his was good too. It's just he's got so many things going on, Mark, in his mind. Oh, you want to read more? I won't throw these out then if you guys want to read them. But I threw out the other articles that were about bands like fucking Justin Bieber and.
This one's actually not bad. I think this is Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
No one knows better than you that optimism can be exhausting. It's so tempting to curl into defeat, to give up. The charge of hope is a heavy weight on your back, but only because it's so full of fuel. Find a way to switch it on, and you've got
This
a jetpack.
person is totally
You can go
biased that
anywhere.
made these.
Yeah.
They made them. First, they made the things, and they were like, "Okay, this one's positive, medium, negative," and then they put it to the albums that they like the best.
Yeah. No, I think it depends on the band or the artist.
They're totally biased.
Because like Rihanna's albums, like all like oh my fuck people, I just want to get laid, everything. So that's what they did. Depends on the person.
Really, that's what she thinks.
Well, you hate that Rihanna just as much as
Got
I
a
did.
chance?
I know. I have a chance now.
We didn't actually
might
review
get
the Chance.
along.
We didn't actually review Chance because it's a mixtape. We don't actually do mixtapes on this show, but maybe we might start doing it because that really spoke to you, Mark.
I just thought it was the one positive one. That
Yeah.
It was the first one I picked out.
Well, I thought the Kanye was positive. His was negative. The 1975, and I'm sure the Radiohead one will be just as depressing. But at the same time,
Yeah, maybe they were going for that.
I'm gonna call it right now. I think out of the three of us, I think Stu's gonna like the Radiohead the best. No, maybe you might. I'm not. It depends what they do. Yeah.
Radiohead, I really like up until
I'm a
3 albums
creep.
ago. They started losing.
Go.
me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pick used to.
I'm a weirdo.
If they stick with the depressing electrotronic music,
the hell am I doing
we're
here?
calling it right now, you guys. He's gonna pick that. And that ends the news portion of the show. You guys want to get to some reviews now?
All right.
The whole point, and we're actually only less than an hour in, so we're doing good time. Should we bullshit some more, or should we just get? Okay. Sorry, bullshit some more shots. Where's he going? We lost another person. Stu is leaving, but I'm glad our crowd returned. Was it too political for you, Jay?
No, it's just time to go outside.
Okay. Time to go outside and enjoy that lovely New Jersey sunshine.
Or the smoke. No? maybe.
I hide it, so Jarrell doesn't like me now. I know that.
You have to hide what?
I don't like
Oh yeah, I
Dude.
know he doesn't like smoky,
I don't like
stinky
Republicans.
smokers.
I hate stinky Republicans that smoke cigarettes and get in my business.
That's me.
That gets in my nerves. Fuck off, all you Republican smokers.
Give me my Marlboros, damn it.
Unless you're a fan of the show.
Oh wow, they're fruit colored.
They're fruit colored.
That's my favorite. Ooh, that's my favorites. How you gonna make these chill though?
What do you say? What does that look like? It looks like a fruit cocktail.
You could be like rainbow.
He doesn't
No,
want-
it's not rainbow.
Rainbow
It
is
doesn't
just
have
a
all the
color.
colors of the rainbow. I don't see any blue.
Are they shaped? Okay.
only Stu knows about rainbows being
See,
a homo and all.
I know my fake ice.
I like ice. It's like cold frozen water. It is a wave of the future. I heard that.
My dog loves it.
I heard
Thinks it's like some other kind of food.
Doesn't
Doesn't realize it
it's
turns
just-
into water.
cold water. All right, bartender, do your dirt, do your stuff, man. Shake that up.
Shake, shake, shake.
Dun, 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 dun.
Shake, shake, shake.
Shake that ice. Shake that drink.
Supposed to shake that booty.
Doesn't sound as good. It sounds like you're just throwing
They're
a.
plastic ice
Yeah.
cubes.
Sound like you're just rattling a book bag around.
Oh, Kalinda, you have a shot from before.
Yeah, when we were getting all deep and stuff in politics, you missed it.
Oh, I missed the political shot.
Yeah. Does it taste like America?
Were you using
Taste the democracy,
Use both,
Kalinda. Taste the democracy.
Those are your two shot glasses.
I heard.
So what's first to review, Jarrell?
First review is this shot that Stu is pouring, and then we'll get into the actual albums.
Sure,
I'm
listeners
sorry.
Are waiting for.
I know they're just waiting for what we're gonna do. Here we go. Take these drinks because we're waiting for this guy. Let's pick up the show because Mark is got his ear to the
That's
street for
delicious.
the
I
fans.
can't. It tastes like something I've had before.
Semen. I burned you. Good.
I guess.
First album up we're gonna review is the
Depends
new.
how old you are.
First album review is a new album from Volbeat. Album is called Seal the Deal and Let's Boogie. And Volbeat is a hard rock metal band from Copenhagen, Denmark. And they started in 2001. They got their name from the singer Michael Poulsen's previous death metal band, Dominus. And their third album from that band was called Volume Beat. And as you know, volume, if you hyphenate it, is just VOL.beat. And that's where they got the name from. Now, Volbeat's first album, 2005's The Strength, The Sound, The Songs, was a huge success in Denmark. And then by the release of their third
It
album...
was very metal.
Yeah, their third album, Beyond Hell, Above Heaven, Volbeat was opening for bands like Metallica, Megadeth, and Nightwish, as well as playing the main stage at the Netherlands Pink Pop Festival and USA's Grand Summer Tour. Now, what makes this band, I guess, interesting is they got the former guitarist from Anthrax, Rob Caggiano, to join the band in 2013, and he is actually on this latest 6th album. Are we all Volbeat novice? I just want to know.
No.
Really? Stu, you've listened to all their work?
No. My friend at my previous job listened to them all the time while I did work.
What did you think of their previous music?
It was more metal than this album. I can tell you that much.
Okay. How about you, Mark?
I mean, I know that we sold their albums well, and I know that one song that was on the radio a couple years ago. But,
Okay, so-
yeah, I would say I'm a novice.
I am too. I just
okay. Yeah, I guess I'm a novice then too, because I was listening through someone else.
Yeah. I only heard like a song from the last album and this album. So you guys can get on us about if we're not fair with our review, but we're rating this album and what it
What?
means
It's
to
gonna be
us.
fair.
All right. I think so too. But I just want to. We're gonna get the fucking hate mail from all the Volbeat fans that are fans.
No,
of
we're
us.
not, because I like it.
Oh, you're gonna do a review now? Okay. So, what I found from the first song, like the Devil Bleeding Crown, which is I think a single. What I've picked up from the band is they got like a 90s post grunge sound, and the singer to me sounds a lot like Danzig with like the gothic singing style.
I thought you sounded like Cher.
I thought
Cher?
it kind of had his own original sound. It didn't sound like anybody else.
Oh, we're all different there. Why do you say Cher though?
If I could turn back time, it's like that same sort of like.
Well, that's the way. That's the way
Well, yeah,
Danzig
it's definitely
sings,
it's a Danzig-esque, Cher-esque
So
type.
you gotta.
I'm going for the more,
Oh, okay, it's over the top a little.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, so we agree then.
he has his own. He has a style that he goes for. I feel like sometimes it works, and sometimes it's a
good
little much for me.
Vibrato. I can't do it
They sound
right. I
very
can't do vibrato.
They sound very European. I felt.
Yeah.
Like you could hear that they're European in this song.
Yeah.
In these songs.
Well, I'm thinking to my like what you guys want to say about the music. Like to me, it's like you said, Stu. It's not metal. To me, it sounds like more like mainstream, like alternative music, like you hear on the radio, like from like Shinedown.
No.
or
It
Seether.
still sounds metally, but not as hard.
Yeah.
It sounds like old school, like the epic
Yeah.
metal that they tried to, but obviously way better vocals. You know, I want to say like, I hate to say Iron Maiden or anything like that, but like close to stuff like
yeah,
that.
I would agree. And that's to me what the Europeanness of it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
Is
black
that it's
metal.
like countries who like they stopped getting metal in the 80s. Like
That's
you
all
know,
they got
and
to-
kept going.
They keep going with it. Yeah.
That's all the references are. Just that it was all. I don't know. It's like it sounds like like the alternative, like new stuff, like Breaking Benjamin, Disturbed a little bit here and there. And the only time they do that like shredding stuff is like kind of like they do it like the intro of songs. And then it's like it starts like an intro like with what's the band called Dragon
Cher.
Force. Dragon Force does that.
Dragon Force I could see comparison.
And then they flip to like just like the old school stuff,
Wait.
the new school stuff.
All I'm gonna say is that the track Rebound.
Rebound. We're gonna talk about that.
You got that?
We're gonna talk about
Okay,
Rebound.
we're gonna talk about
We're
that
gonna
one.
talk, just wait. We're gonna talk about Rebound.
Is that the
All right.
country one?
No, we're gonna talk about Rebound.
Okay,
But go on.
just checking.
Okay. So, Stu, to say they're metal, I think is a bit overzealous. I say they're more. If you want to call them like pop metal, if that's a term,
Yes,
I'll say that's fine.
I consider epic metal.
It's not epic whatsoever.
It's-
It starts epic
What?
and it drives.
That's bullshit.
It's
Shit
not
is
bullshit.
epic.
They start epic with the Dragon Force intro, and then they just go like completely alternative rock for me.
Shit was good.
Now, after the awful
Bullshit.
track, The Bliss, which has like this abysmal Western bridge.
You have to pick
Notice
it
that,
apart.
Mark? They had like a like the Western like stuff here and there. They
Yeah.
go that country Western.
There was
sound.
literally one song, and I don't remember what it was. It was later on the album, but
Okay.
to me, it sounded like it could be like a Billy Ray Cyrus song. Like,
Oh, really?
there was
Ugh.
it was like it struck
I
me
didn't
as
pick up
really
on
weird.
that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I don't know any Billy Ray Cyrus, so I wouldn't know like the
It just to
the
me it sounded
crossover.
like that sort of like it was so not metal.
Yeah.
And so like just like I don't know. I'm not doing it justice.
Yeah,
But
I get what you're saying.
it was very not what I would expect them to be. To me, this whole album I felt like stayed the same the whole time, but sort of dabbled in weird different genres, almost to say like to me it made
Okay,
it a
yes.
little more bland. Where I was like, I wish you were more hard, like if you were harder, more metal,
Well, that's what they used to be like.
yeah, which I get. And
They're doing something different.
Yeah.
I like it.
all right,
You don't.
I'm not saying you can't. You don't
He's
have
not
to.
saying he don't like it.
He's saying he don't like it.
He's just saying he wish he did this and that. That's all he's
Yeah,
saying.
I mean it's. You go.
all right.
I killed you. Ah! Sorry.
The thing I want to say, like what I said before, is like a song I want to reference.
I just want to hear about Rebound.
The Gates of Babylon. It's got the same intro I talked about. It starts with like the power metal solos, stuff like that, crunchy guitars, but then similar to like an expensive cocktail at any city nightclub, it gets watered down real quick. You like that, right? You like that? Okay.
That's good.
So I'm
Clever.
I'm 5 songs in on this album, and I can fucking taste the sulfur in the gun I have in my mouth. I can
Jesus
taste
Christ.
it. But then I look in the track listing, and Stu says, and I saw the song "Rebound," which is actually a cover from the band Teenage Bottle Rocket, which is
Oh, I didn't know it was a cover.
a punk rock band who's currently
Oh, that explains it.
they're currently on Fat Records, and I said maybe
Sounds like the freaking Ramones.
yes, the Ramones song is what it sound like if you hear the original version.
Okay.
It's an exact Ramones song with the Teenage Bottle Rockets do the whole like 1, 2, 3, and then the next part like you know what Ramone did, and what
I was surprised that this band did something.
what Volbeat does, they just did the exact same thing on that song, and I said to myself, their drummer actually from Teenage Bottle Rocket died, so surely they will not do a shitty cover and disrespect the band. So what they do is just do the exact same thing as what they did. So I'm like, all right, way to play it safe, guys. You know. So Stu, go on. Now that you know this information, that the song is a cover, and they did a Ramones like esque song back then, and now that Volbeat was like, oh, let's do the same thing like that they did to show that we're punks and stuff like that. What do you got to say about that song?
You've ruined it for me.
Do your fucking research.
It sounded like Ramones. It was good. I don't care. I like Volbeat anyway.
What do you think, Mark?
I think you're bullshit.
That song particularly.
I don't care. Maybe it was a good idea.
It was a good idea.
Because it sounded good.
That the thing I gotta tell about
and they did do it in their style. You can't tell me they didn't do it in their own style.
Yeah, the singer
It
still
wasn't.
went, ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To me, it's what I didn't like about the album is that I felt like they jumped around. Like this one sounded kind of like the Ramones. This one sounded kind of like Billy Ray Cyrus to me.
Yeah.
But some of it sounded kind of like metal. Some of it sounded like a little softer and like more like what you ever mainstream pop stuff you were talking.
Yeah.
I felt like they didn't stick to anything, so it didn't come across like they had a real sound to me. Yeah, like it felt like they were like. This was an album so that they could play these songs and appeal to larger audiences that they're probably playing to now. That to me is what that's what I think about when I listen to it.
I think this song like this the song earlier before that Ramones sorry, I didn't mean to say that. That Teenage Bottle Rocket cover, the song called Black Rose, I thought that was a good song too, Stu. I'm not saying everything's bad on this album. Cause that song is when the singer sounds like Elvis with his like outro like long pitch like vocals. So at that point, I took the gun out of my mouth, and I was like, "Oh, maybe this album might not be so bad." I'll tell you guys right now.
Oh, you're gonna get it on the next two albums.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Do you guys like Nickelback? Of course.
Oh, don't even.
Of course,
do
you don't
not
like
even
Nickelback.
compare them to Nickelback.
I'm not comparing them to them. I'm saying this. They take like combinations of like Viking metal and what they do, very small elements of Viking metal. And like tease you with like Dragon Force intros that quickly changed.
Metal didn't exist when the Vikings were around.
They changed like redundant rock like after that, like with songs like Mary Jane Kelly and Goodbye Forever, and it will satisfy you if you like Nickelback. But I'm sure you're not going to admit you like Nickelback.
What is Viking metal?
It's like what the Europeans are doing.
You mean black metal?
Sure.
All right.
Basically, what Nightwish does and things like that. It's not like all over. It's like little hints of it, I think. What do you want to say, Mark? Little hints of Viking metal? Yeah. Seal the Deal was a great song. Let's get to the second cover song, which, Mark, you kind of hinted on. The song is called Battleship Chains, and it's a cover of the Southern 80s rock group Georgia Satellites. And you might not know who I'm talking about, but it's a band that sings I got a little change in my pocket going jing-a-lang-a-lang. And they have that song that's called Keep Your Hands to Yourself. Don't baby remember.
It sounds better than your depiction.
You know the song I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know the first song. I don't know the second one you were saying.
All right, so you know Battleship Chains?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Do you know that song?
No.
Really? He knows the song, you don't? That's crazy. So similar to the earlier cover, what they do is just play the song the exact same way. And I was just like, meh. Was that the song you're talking about, Mark?
Probably.
Okay. What about you, Stu? That one, you got me tied down to a battleship chain, 50-foot anchor chain and a 2-ton
I don't remember
anchor.
lyrics specifically.
That's the song.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I don't remember it specifically.
I don't want to say too much. I like the original better, but I can't say any more than that. I can't really. I don't want to knock the song. It's just that's a better. The original song's better than that, but it wasn't bad, you know. I will give them props in the last song, the Love's Cross, for being somewhat aggressive metal, and they have a decent bagpipe solo. So I'll give you that. Stu, I think you like this album the best, so I'll get your final review. I didn't mean to tear you down so much. Like, if you like it, just go with it, man.
Yeah, buy it. A low buy it.
A low buy it.
Because I got knocked so hard.
The problem is, if I'm contemplating suicide while listening to an album, that's a bad sign.
That's because you're unstable.
But I want to kill myself all the time. But
It's because your mom hates you for not voting.
Yes.
But Volbeat were able to regain my interest with the dark undertones of the Misfits, then immediately lose them with the generic like sounds of 3 Days Grace. The bad outweigh the good. However, I found some pleasure here, so I'm gonna give it a high. A high. Skip this.
There's no high skip this.
I did it. A high. It was almost worth downloading, but it's a high. Skip this. Mark.
You'd have to be high to listen to it.
Yeah.
Guys are harsh.
I would give it a regular skip this.
Why is that?
I just
You didn't have
care
any
for
enjoy it? Okay.
Yeah, like I said, like it was fine. Like,
All right, so you can end this podcast now because the rest of the albums we're gonna review suck.
Oh, see, that's the thing is I really like one of them. And
Okay.
I'm not gonna back down
I know
because-
exactly what you like, and it sucks.
So you say is a regular skip because there's nothing you really liked about it?
Yeah, it didn't do anything for me.
Damn it! This was the best album of the week.
Yeah, but even if I told you about the covers, you don't want to actually venture out to hear the originals?
No. What?
Okay,
Who cares?
cool. So if you heard the album, let us know in the comment section. If you heard a new Volbeat, did you like it? Did you hate it? And tell us what you actually would rate it, and put something in the comments or the emails. If you had a longer opinion, we don't know what you think.
If you had a longer opinion, just don't bother.
Email us your longer opinions. That's great.
yes.
Oh man, this has been a good show. We got 2 more to go. And you guys are teasing your opinions already. Let's try not to make them bleed into like other reviews.
The rest of the albums suck.
Why are you spoiling it for everybody?
Well,
Stop spoiling it.
because of I don't like them.
No spoilers. Wait, you gonna drink my high ski? I gotta put it in the fridge. I'm gonna fucking try this. Like Ecto Cooler. He slimed me.
It's yellow now.
Yeah. What was it before green?
Oh, the
Like the
part that says high C.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
How do can I make it cold and make
Yeah,
it?
in the fucking fridge.
How do I turn it green again?
In the fridge.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Jason!
No screaming in the mic. I'm gonna have to edit that.
Kalinda! We're doing shots.
Shots.
Little John said now.
I was leaving more for you.
I think
Oh
we're-
my god, I'm gonna have to edit that one.
I think we're
It's gonna
wearing
be a
out our
little
welcome
loud.
They like us here, especially next week's show. Or 2 weeks from now. They're going to be like, oh my God, King Missile is here. I am too.
Wait, is it next week or 2 weeks from now?
2 weeks, I said.
2 weeks. Next week we don't have a show.
You guys don't want to do a Father's Day show.
Yeah, no Father's Day show.
So what day is that?
No, I'm gonna be one with pops.
26. Marketing your calendars, everybody.
I'm gonna be drinking with the pops.
What do you want? What do you want for Father's Day, Dad? A beer.
Dude, I'm
And
telling
gotta
you,
just shut the fuck up.
my dad wants some fucking bourbon.
I'm the same way as a father. My wife was like, "What do you want?" Sorry, drink. Mrs. S was like, "What do you want for Father's Day?" I'm like, IHOP and solitude.
I told him I'd get him a Fudgy the Whale too.
All I want,
You
solitude.
saw that commercial?
Was there's like
Yeah, there's commercials. Get a Fudgy the Whale for Dad. I was like, Dad, you want a Fudgy the Whale?
does it say you're a
He
whale
was
of
like,
a dad on?
he was like, yeah. He's like, yeah. I
You're a
actually,
whale
I
of a
actually
dad.
do want a Fudgy the Whale. What
the fuck does that mean?
Now I'm committed to get a Like, it's probably going to be like $30.
Oh yeah, those
Fudgy
Carnival
the
ice cream
Whale.
cakes are fucking expensive.
Yeah, I know.
You get a cookie
and
puss.
I'm gonna have to. Everyone else is gonna have the same idea because they had the commercial buy a fudgy wheel for Father's Day. So
They
I'm.
always have Fudgy the Whale for Father's Day, though.
Really?
I'm-
It's just that day? So guys like cakes and shit, and girls for Mother's Day want like flowers and take it out to dinner and
No, guys just want something they can
rubs
shove in
and
their
back
mouth.
rubs and everything like that.
They want food. Guys want food.
I don't want that. I just want to be just left the fuck alone. One day, I just want to just watch what I want to watch and
Be
jerk
careful
off
what you wish for. Haven't you seen the Twilight Zone? You're gonna wake up
and be left alone. It'll be Father's Day every day for the rest of my life. Oh my God, Father's Day again! No! Okay,
It'd be like Groundhog Day,
that wouldn't be bad.
but Father's
If
Day.
every day was Sunday, that'd be
if
fucking
every
awesome.
day was Father's Day, dude, I'd be fucking with my dad left and right.
Gay. Next review
man.
is
You're such an asshole.
next review is Beartooth, and their album's called Aggression. Who's Beartooth? You're saying that right now.
Yeah, I want to know some Beartooth history.
Beartooth history.
I know of them only because we sold a shit ton of their album. When it came
Really?
Kids fucking love this band. Like
They love the Beartooth?
We sold out of it several times. Like we got 7 of them in, we sold out. We got another 7 or 10 of them.
Sounds like a bad blowjob from a bear.
All I know is that they're popular with the teens and the youth.
And they don't suck dick. Maybe they do. We'll find out. They're a metalcore band that formed in 2012 from the former band Attack lead singer Khalib Shamo. Sorry, Khalib Shamo. And in 2014, they released their debut album that Mark was talking about called Disgusting. And that's the one that sold like crazy, right?
Yeah.
And they played on the Warped Tour that summer before headlining their first North American tour in the fall. This is their sophomore album called Aggression, and it's my first exposure to the band aside from the song I heard on a compilation.
Sophomore means second.
Yes.
Then why don't you just say second album?
I'm just trying to be sophisticated.
Sophistapunk.
I thought the name alone, I assumed that they would be like a grizzly vocals and like the teeth cutting like a chugga chugga guitar riffs. Yeah, that was a pun. I'm sorry. But
But it was a lot lamer.
yeah, it was a lot
Nobody
like-
got it.
Yeah.
It's all right.
The first song is the title track, and I was surprised to hear both clean and screaming vocals over a very experimental hardcore music. Like it was like a bit too chaotic, but I liked a few moments of the track here and there. Going forward from that point, like the next few tracks, like called "Hated" and "Love," "Loser," where he's like, "Oh, I was playing guitar in my room and playing the guitar to my fingers bled on the carpet."
He didn't say that.
He did say that.
Oh.
Man, that song on "Loser," like playing, he was like, I always like was like.
Just playing with myself.
I
till
played it. I was
bled.
always up at nighttime playing guitar till I bled all over my fucking like linens and stuff like that. That song deals with, that's like about alienation and stuff like that. Leaving like while leaning more towards like a melodic like hardcore punk side of the band. Crunchy guitars, occasional fast drumming, poppy hooks, but still has the maniacal breakdowns. I'm like, all right, this is cool. I like this. And then the catchiness of the chorus carries on over like songs like "Sick of Me" and "Censored." Even when the part when the singer's like yelling his lyrics, like, Stu, like, was this the one you were like into? Beartooth. What did you think listening to this? Like going like
I
4
thought.
songs in.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Amazing band.
All right.
Vocals, not so much.
Why not?
I love the music. They really need a different singer.
Okay, why
Sorry,
do you say
it's
that?
my opinion. I just
Mark. Vocals. You agree?
I
The
was-
vocals?
I didn't like this.
You didn't
okay. All right, thank you. I thought
I
the
didn't
band
like
was great.
vocals. I didn't like the vocals. I didn't like
The
lyrics.
vocals suck. It sounds very generic.
I think the lyrics are not good.
And
Like
yeah,
I say what I was
bad.
saying. Like they're very like you said generic.
well, that falls into the category of lyrics.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
problem
Of
with the
singing.
band. Yeah.
And the thing about it is because I was looking through the lyrics when I was listening to it.
You're
just
a
trying to-
lyrics guy. That's why
Yeah,
I
yeah.
go on.
The thing about it that I didn't like is that I feel like every song had the same formula of like, here's the verse, here's the chorus, here's another verse. Then we're gonna go and like
Yes.
say the same thing 5 times and like
Yeah,
get to a screaming
scream it.
part, and then and then do another verse, and then 2 choruses, and then you're done. Every single song is like the same shit.
Yes.
And like it just doesn't work, you know. And the lyrics just were weak. I felt like it's textbook. Teenage alienation. Like I felt.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, but I felt the music was phenomenal. The guitar work, it very danceable. You would easily be able to dance to it. It was
Yeah,
it
it's
was
like, I
very
understand-
it was very steppy kind of hardcore stuff.
Yeah, like I get why people would like it, but not for me.
Let's
Wee, chun chun, wee,
yeah. A lot of harmonics on the guitar.
chun chun,
Like,
wee.
let's just clarify all your new listeners. But Mark is not a fan of this kind of music, so that's why we gotta make sure we
You don't have to love
clarify it. The song I was speaking of earlier called "Censored." It's like the middle part, the hardcore part, when when the vocalist like breaks the shit down, and he says like, "Turn this music up louder," and like obviously
The
at that
vocals
point,
make it sound cookie cutter.
that song when he says like, "Turn the music up louder," obviously a breakdown is gonna commence. You know it's coming. So I'm gonna tell you guys right
chun
now.
chun, wee, chun chun, wee.
If you see them at a concert, I'm sure the thing is gonna be like, this next song is called "Censored." When that part kicks in, the mosh pit's gonna go crazy. Be warned. I should have known that the ride wouldn't last forever because the track called "However You Want It" said gets like really like mainstream poppy, like with the whoa like vocals and the cheesy hook, and then they're screaming, "Just shut up!" like on occasion, stuff like that. I'm like, dude, take your own advice, man. Luckily, they pull out the nosedive with the following song, "Find a Way," and the track "Rock is Dead" has the line, "If rock and roll is dead, you can kill me right now."
Yes.
Fucking amen, brother.
Kill 'em.
Amen.
Kill it.
I want to see like somebody kill him with like a one of those cellos.
No, I'm
Like
saying
playing like some psychobilly and then
I'm-
just like stab him with a cello.
I'm saying
Rock
that-
roll's dead. Yeah.
No, I'm saying that that's a profound line. I'm like, damn, that's deep.
We want it dead.
For a band like this, that was a deep line. Now, before we get to the final rating, I have 2 things I gotta say about this band before we get our ratings. 1, a lot of people on YouTube and Facebook like that have been rating this album as not good because they're saying compared to the first album it's like a downfall. So we're not like we're going with this album. They're saying the first album is better than this one, and I'm like, dude, if the first album is better than this one, holy shit, I can't wait to hear it. It might be amazing.
We're Beartooth novices.
Yeah, like if this is not as they're saying this album.
Yeah,
is,
I'm definitely a
they're,
Beartooth
they're saying this
novice.
album is shit, but I'm like, oh, if the first album is better than this one, I can't wait to hear it. I'll find a time to do it. Second thing, we reviewed the latest album from Panic at the Disco earlier this year. And the thing about that album that we talked about is that the singer, whose name is Brandon something, did all the instruments by himself, and that's the same thing with this band.
What?
He did the guy Coleb. He does everything: vocals, guitar, drums, all by himself. Which is weird because when they go
And
tour,
he does the vocals?
yeah.
Why doesn't he just give up on the vocals? Because he's a freaking amazing musician.
What I think
He needs to pass the torch.
No, what I think is
to
weird
somebody
is
that can actually
when they
sing.
play live, they have an actual band that tours with them. I'm like, why don't you just get the band to be in the studio and record with you? Why do you do it all by yourself? Maybe it's a control freak. I don't know. But still, even if you're a control freak, you can still write everything out and let them do it. I don't get why he does everything by himself on the first album and this one. The only difference between the first album and this one is that he actually produced this one, as opposed to the first album was produced by John Filliman.
And it's the singer.
Yeah, the singer does everything by himself.
Oh, great. And that's who we're dogging. Dude, he needs to just give up on the
So
vocals.
the
he's,
reason-
he's one instrument too far.
The reason I said that is because I want to make sure you guys know that before you give your ratings, that he does everything on his own.
Oh my God, we're beginning graced by God. It is bright in here.
So
How did it all of a sudden get real bright?
I'm gonna go first now because I want you to let that saturate in your
Oh, it's bright in here.
brains. Shut up. Let it saturate in your brains that this guy does everything by himself. Before you rate this,
God.
all right, I'm gonna go first. Now, as you can, and by the way, I listened to this album 2 times to make sure I can give it a fair rating. So as you can tell, I like this album a lot, tremendously.
What?
They got like the melodical hardcore of like Poison the Well, and they sprinkle a little bit of the Escape Plan. But then when I listened to the album the second time, because this Dillinger Escape Plan does like time signatures that are really odd and shit like that.
Chun chun. Wee.
Yeah. So I listened to the album the second time. I'm like, no, they don't do that. Listen to the album again. I'm like, I'm picking up more of like a Papa Roach sound, like the best of Papa Roach. The best you can get from Papa Roach now is what these guys do. And I'm not insulting them whatsoever. It's just like, that's all you can get from Papa Roach. Like hardcore shit, like cliche things that like Mark said. Hardcore stuff, vocals, verse, chorus, thing like that, screaming, thing like that. I'm like, all right, I can see now why people don't like this album as much as quote unquote the first album. Not so great, but I enjoyed it. I like the energy, I like the hostility, I like the serious emotions, but we all agree that the lyrics are not that deep. So originally my rating was you guys got.
Well, I didn't. It wasn't the lyrics that I didn't like about the vocals. I didn't like the
like the way he
vocal
sings?
style.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like the way he sang. It just, I've heard like a million singers that sound like
His
that.
singing is fine to me.
It sounded like they might as well come out with a synthesizer that produces singing identical
His singing is fine
because
to me.
they've done it so many times.
I think like what your name you're a fine singer, but you gotta let your band help you out and write stuff and tell you what
I need
to
like
do.
a text-to-speech hardcore vocals so I can
Yeah.
just type in the lyrics and it will automatically sing it for me.
No, I'm just saying he needs to let the band contribute to the albums, not just come
No,
on the
he
road.
needs to not be the singer. He's trying to take
Okay,
over.
I
too
don't agree
much.
with you, but I think he's fine. He's not a bad singer. That's what he's got. He got thing to say that's not really deep. I listened to the album 2 times. Now I can see why you guys out there that heard the first album and all your music critics don't like it as much.
I'm not. Yeah, I think I'm being a little too harsh on it.
Second to listening to it, I'm like, I can't do this album more than 3 times. So I went down from buy this album to just download it. I think it's okay. It's fair.
I
Go ahead,
would
Stu.
give it a low down it, which would be a stream it.
So it's safe to download it basically.
Yeah, but you don't have stream it, so
Just say
I would
download.
say stream it.
Download it. Mark, what'd you think? Final verdict.
Not a fan. Skip it.
Yeah, I want to switch mine to a skip it.
Too late. Mark, before I'm gonna push the button.
Yeah.
Now, why did you think to skip it?
Not for me. Didn't like.
I like
thought
the-
just thought it was generic. Didn't like the lyrics like that. I think there's a song called "I'm a Loser" or something. Something about loser.
Loser, the third
Okay.
song I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that right away. That song lost me. That song is the song that 3 songs in, and I was just like, "Oh, this is what this is all about." It's like
Yeah.
they always said I was a loser, but I'm not. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just like, come on, man.
Yeah, but then the last song he says he's not the king of anything.
That last song wasn't bad. I would say that. The last song, I was like, all right, at least this is something to do with something. But yeah, overall, it wasn't not for me, and I would not listen to it again.
Okay, that's a fair review. You didn't hate it, but you're done. No more.
I mean, I try to reserve my hate for things that are
Yeah. I
Suck.
honestly want to hear the first album if it's that amazing. and they said that this album is too generic. They're saying the first album is way better. I can't wait to hear as much as this one. But again, tell us what you think of the about this new Beartooth album in the comment section. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it?
He needs to get a singer.
Get his new singer that's not you.
Because he writes amazing stuff, and the band is amazing.
If you think their band's amazing, let us know in the comment section and tell us what you actually would rate it. And also, if it wants to be lengthy, make sure you email us your opinions about.
And
the
Beartooth
album.
is a bad name for an album.
See,
for
I think that
for a
if he,
band.
if he plays all all the
Beartooth.
instruments, he should go on become like Dick Van Dyke in Mary Poppins and just do a full one man
Yeah.
band.
Do them all
Tie
at
a
the same
fucking bass
time.
drum to his back.
Yeah.
I'm a maniac, thing.
Have like a double neck guitar with the bass and guitar on it. Just fucking
If you have a band that
Cymbals
plays with
with
you,
your elbow.
why does he do that? If he has a band that plays, just have them play on the album. I don't get why he's doing the whole I gotta do it my way. Even you can still write. You can be a control god or and have them play on the song. You're wasting time doing it that way.
That's like album that you introduced me to when we worked at Music
Yeah.
Store together. Say Anything. He played all that stuff himself on that album.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why are you doing that shit?
So did
You.
no Ska Skank Redemption.
Yeah. Oh,
He did all the instruments himself, and then they became the royalties.
right.
It was one guy, the whole ska band. He played every instrument in a ska band.
That's crazy. Saxophone, trombone, trumpet, guitar, bass, drums, guitar, everything. It's
Every instrument in a ska band, and recorded it on a 4-track and made the songs.
That's
and
different
then
though.
Later became
this
the
guy's got the
royalties.
band already.
That was pretty talented.
And then you go on their Wikipedia that has this guy's in the band, this guy's in the band, this guy. And then you go to the album, it says liner notes, one dude, everything. It's like you have the whole band. Why are you wasting your time doing everything yourself? I don't get it. But anyway, sorry. Pretty drunk here in these shots, man. I don't know how you guys are handling it so well. I can't roll with you, Stu.
Well, I said let's get to Evan Williams because
it's strong.
it's 70 proof in it to get us fucked.
I don't remember you saying that.
No, I said
was-
I said it will fuck us up.
I don't remember you saying
Because I was looking at the Dr. Gil McCuddy's or whatever.
Yeah,
And then I'm like, 35. It was like
you said 40.
No,
it's
no,
not
it
enough
wa-
for you. 50,
yeah, it
50 was not enough
it
for
was
him.
like-
50 proof's not enough.
no, yeah. It was 50 proof or something like that. It was next to nothing.
Mark, you were talking too much. You couldn't stand you gibbering.
Fuck you, John.
Fuck you, John. We got one more review for you guys. As you can hear from our voices, we're pretty tanked right now. Especially Mark.
I'm fucking wasted, bro.
It's the best shit I ever tasted. I'm fucking fried. Stu with his it's like guitar renditions of the last album we reviewed. You're not a fan of harmonics, huh, Mark?
I mean, look.
As a guitarist.
Okay. I know I like to say, this wasn't for me. It's not my kind of stuff. But any band that does play metal or kind of music that I'm not necessarily a part of, I'm totally open to them, making something that I would fucking listen to.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Dillinger Escape Plan, and I like,
I thought they were like that, but then I listened to it the second time, no. There's nothing about their time signatures that are unique.
there's metal bands that I like, and there's, harder bands that I like. But it's got to be done well. It's got to be done in a way that I enjoy, and it's usually it's not. A lot of this shit's just narrative.
You got to change up the timing with a wee.
Exactly. Now, I could listen to an album of Stu doing that for fucking an hour.
All hour. Nice. Glenda, were you wearing a bracelet or something while you were at Cape May?
Yes, I wear my Fitbit.
I can see the tan,
Fitbit.
the Fitbit tan.
You got a Fitbit tan line?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did a lot of walking.
Now I'm surprised I am not lobster. from going to
I was too. But
Summer
you
Stage.
said the summer stage had the shadows.
Summer Stage had it casted a big shadow from the stage. So I hovered on that side so I didn't get burned too much.
You saw his picture on Facebook of
No.
My horrible pictures.
They were not bad. You had fucking Milo like right there singing. I'm like, dude, that guy's fat compared to like back in the day.
Yeah, and I got made fun of. JP poked my belly. Oh wait, I'm saying names. Oops. Okay,
You do
somebody
that often.
named JP was poking my belly.
Jurassic Park was there.
Yes, Jurassic Park. He was poking my belly, calling me fat.
What did that guy say? He's like, hold on to your butts. The song began. My favorite actor in the fucking movie, Samuel L. Jackson. Hold on to your butts. Hold on to your butts. He said it like, what, 3 times in that movie?
He says it twice.
Twice? I'm sorry. I was
Maybe
way off.
Oh, maybe only once.
And I like, I'm going to go check the thing. I'm going to steal some embryos. Be right back. I'm going to run you over when I come back down here.
No, he's got to say it once. There's no way he says it. Like, think about it. Like,
$20 says he says it more than
hold
once.
on to your butts.
He said it more than once.
His catchphrase every time.
Yeah, that's that catchphrase of Samuel L. Jackson. Hold on to your butts. Final review we got tonight. Band called PUP. The Dream is Over. Hey now.
Uh-oh.
Hey now. They're a Canadian punk band originally named Topanga. And they changed their name after hearing about the reboot of Boy Meets World. They're like, you know what?
And there was a girl named Topanga.
On the show, yeah. Like, we don't want to get sued by Disney. Let's change the name. Apparently, PUP stands for pathetic use of potential. Mark, before you get what you're going to say, save your, like, cliche, like,
Yeah, my pup has
opinion
potential.
about their name for their final review. Because I know
Cliche opinion.
you're fighting for, like, a line to say about their thing,
No,
their name.
I'm not.
Okay.
You're wrong, Jarrell.
I'm wrong. I thought you were going to say, like, oh, pathetic use of potential. That's apparently true. But if it's not what you're going to say, cool.
Well, I will just. I mean, can we just? I mean, let's do a little detective work. I mean, Stu liked Volbeat, and I said that I liked another one of the albums, and I didn't like the last one.
We've
good point.
I figured this out. I was like,
I didn't know that.
I knew it from the beginning. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
this is the
sure.
album that Mark likes.
Really? I thought. Oh, good point. Good point.
I already figured this out from the first time I heard it. I was like, Mark's gonna like this. I was like, I don't like this.
That means Mark will.
Yeah.
Now, after forming in 2013,
Not necessarily.
They formed in 2013, and PUP released their EP, toured Canada and the U.S., including South by Southwest, and they were on the Grots Rock Festival in Belgium. And then in 2014,
Rock.
they released their self-titled debut and played some dates on the last year's Warped Tour. Now, this is their second album, and it was released on the indie punk rock label Side One Dummy Records. Now, the first song we're talking about is where we're going to really label what the band does. And the first song is called If This Tour Doesn't Kill You, I Will. And I think the bass
The first two songs were like that.
No, the second song was different from the first song, I think.
It still sounded. The first, they blended together. They were like the same thing to me.
They did.
First two
Because
songs.
the second song begins immediately after the first song ends.
Yeah, and they sound very similar.
So to speak.
Yeah.
Now, the first song I thought, like, combined, like, the sunny bass lines of Blink-182's song, Man Overboard. And I'm afraid to say another comparison to you, Mark, because you're a fan of this band. But they reminded me a lot, like, Put Your Fist Down, of the band Weezer, circa Pinkerton. That song
Okay, yeah.
was, like, Pinkerton,
understand.
like, old school, like alternative 90s, like, heavy, grungy sound.
Yeah, I could hear that.
Okay.
What?
Thank God. I was
Like,
I was so scared to compare it to that
oh my
band.
god, this thing that you like, I'm going to compare it to something else that you like. So
I was
Is that
scared.
why you
I was
liked
scared
it?
to attach the things that you like.
Because it was very Weezery.
see, well, I did say, okay. So I disagree that there is hint. The reason
It's not Weezery.
there is a hint in there. I get what you're saying
hint,
because
yeah.
there is something to that.
Yeah, they use guitars.
But it doesn't. But yeah, I don't think it sounds like Weezer. It's not
That
like,
song I'm saying, yeah. That
okay,
song.
like there's elements throughout.
Yeah. Okay, so he agrees that it's Elmo's about. I was really scared to say Weezer whatsoever because I thought he was gonna hate the shit out of this album. After that, the next 2 tracks, Doubts, has like the grungy like bass riffs. That's the third song, not the second song. Stu, the second song you're talking about is called
DVP.
Yeah, you like that shit? The punk shit?
Nah, I didn't like it. It just sounded like I didn't like the lyrics.
You're a lyrics guy now. Mark was a lyrics guy now. You're a lyrics guy. I like the whole fact that
No, because it sounded just like the first song. Because they were bitching about something.
Yeah.
They were bitching about somebody they didn't get along with in the first 2 songs.
Yeah.
The second song, I guarantee you. I know. Do you got any lyrics? They were bitching about somebody they didn't get along with.
Yeah, well, I think the first
I got lyrics.
I watched like an interview with them.
They don't get along with anybody.
Well, no, it's just I think it's like about another like the band, like basically like being on tour in a band,
Yeah.
and like you end up hating everybody.
I'm being honest with you. I like the lyrics of that song because it's like a subject matter that no
you can't
band has done before.
masturbate.
There's that, yeah.
Yeah, there's not,
And it gets all pent up inside you.
no band has covered a topic like that before. So I thought that song was good. The song "Sleep in the Heat."
You need alone time.
I like the sporadic lyrics. I like when they're like just rambling things in the lyrics, and like the guitars and everything like that is more like grungy and like alternative rock. I like that shit. I'm like, all right, this is cool. I like how they're so diverse.
Unless
So
your
to
band
speak.
does like the full orgy thing. Then
What
it's
the
fine.
fuck
Then
are you
you don't
talking
gotta
about?
About
masturbate.
life on the road.
So everybody's all having sex with each other. It doesn't matter. Then you don't gotta worry about like hiding your masturbation.
The album is kind of fast, so to speak, and then it slows down with like the song "The Coast" before the tempo picks right back up again with the song "Old Wounds." The singer's name is Stefan Urkel. No, his name is Stefan Babcock, and he belts out his lyrics as the band speeds through like songs that I assume are about like relationships and mistrust.
Cock.
Would you agree? They're talking about like, oh, I don't trust you, I love you, I don't love you, this and that. By track 8, which is called Can't Win, my mind was starting to wander. Cause I was like, I like the alternative punk throwback sound. I like the backing vocals, they're fun. It's starting to get kind of old. Stu, I see you're kind of, you got your fists in your fucking face. Was that the problem with the album? You kind of got bored with the album?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with him. What do you gotta say, Mark?
It's only 10 tracks, and if you're saying by track 8, I feel like track 9 is
I got
like
bored.
a
I got
standout.
bored listening to 10 1-minute tracks.
They're not that short. They're like maybe like some songs are longer than the other.
No, I know. They're like 3 minutes.
Yeah. It was kind of boring, and then I'm like, oh, I get what they're doing, so I'm like, I'm not really paying attention. That's the
See,
whole
but-
thing.
Okay, and this is the difference, right?
I think I might give it a better chance. Like
Shut
on a
up,
different
Stu.
day.
Let him talk. That's my catchphrase. I say shut up,
No,
Stu, too much.
I think that, like, for a band like Beartooth, you're
No
like,
comparisons.
oh man,
This
I'm gonna
band.
no,
This
wait,
band. Okay, go on.
What the fuck? I can't make
Let
a point.
him talk.
I'm saying is the
He
difference
wants to
between
talk.
me and you and the way that we listen to music.
I got
is
you.
that this album to me, the reason I really liked it was that lyrically, it I felt like it dealt with a lot of themes that aren't usually in music, or like at least with pop punk or whatever you want to call this type of band. Like there's stuff about like people like death and like dealing with like self-doubt and all sorts of stuff, and like in a more honest way than I would say than saying people always said I was a loser. Like it's like there's a big difference, I feel like,
Yeah.
between Beartooth and this band lyrically, and that's what I gravitate more towards. And I would agree with you that definitely like there's a point where it's like they're just doing the same fast-paced thing, but within that, I found that there's lots of interesting instrumentation, that there's different weird guitar parts that they do, and some,
Definitely weird.
yeah, which I like.
It wasn't weird to me at all because what I
No,
compared
I
to
thought
is
what
a
they
band
did.
I heard before.
No. Yeah. Okay. All right. I thought they were doing a lot of weird.
It was so throwback to
say-
me.
Musically, it is a strange album.
It was
I'm
so
sorry.
throwback
Yeah,
to
it's-
me. It's
I
bands
would
I've
agree,
heard
and that's
in the
what I like
90s.
about it is that it's different. It's
Oh,
not.
you thought it's different?
It's not
Okay.
as straightforward. If you listen, I would say. I mean, you don't have to do anything. But if I'm gonna fight for my like of this album, I would say give it another listen and listen to the music like what they're actually playing, because it's weird, and there's like they do different stuff that I haven't heard in like bands like this. And lyrically, I really liked it. And then like I said, you said you got sick of it by track 8, and I would say
persuading me.
track 9
I agree.
is a fucking standout to me. I feel like that song, the fuck's it called? I don't even know what the hell it's called. You probably have it written down, but
I don't.
okay,
Sorry.
it's called like something moments. I forget.
Oh,
but,
yeah, I do have it. It's called Familiar Patterns.
Familiar Patterns. There you go. I don't know how you got that from me saying moments, but yeah, that song I thought was fucking great. And then the last track is a slower one, and I thought it was a really good closer because, like I said, the thing I liked about this album the most is that like just the honesty in the lyrics. And that one talks about how his brother died and like how he grew up in this small town in Canada. You know, like that kind of shit I really enjoy. You know, because to me it's like I get to know who at least the singer is as a person, what his personality is, what he goes through, and that to me is like a personal thing, and I like personal albums. But at the same time, it's energetic and sing-alongy, and there's like gang vocals, as you might say, you know. And it's like it does a lot of the punk touchstones, but in an interesting way. Weird guitar playing, fast-paced songs, not too long. I feel like it clocks in at like a half hour probably.
Like, 30-minute
And
album.
it's fucking-
I'll listen to it again. He's persuading me.
I really liked it. I honestly,
I want you to go to
I've listened
second,
to it
man.
like 5 or 6
You're going
times
to
now,
seconds, too.
and I just downloaded it yesterday. So like, I've really enjoyed it.
All right. Mark's going first for this final rating.
I mean,
And you'll go. I'll go last on
That's
this.
fine. I'm gonna give a shitty rating
Shut up.
anyway.
no, I mean, and that's the thing is, I'm not gonna ever tell you guys to think otherwise. But I want to fight from.
No,
the,
I want
the
to listen
reason
to it a second
that
time
I'm gonna
after
say-
listening to what you had to say.
I'm gonna say praise this because
What?
I
No,
You're fucking kidding me.
No, now
Really?
I'm not listening to shit.
Really? You're gonna say that?
No, you can't.
You sure?
I love this.
I'm gonna
album,
push
yeah.
it.
I really like it
Oh my god.
because
Oh my god! The first time this year, we gotta praise this, everybody. Mark said this is an immaculate record.
He was so passionate. He started persuading me. Like I want to listen to it again. He's so passionate.
All right, you get the
because
point.
the other thing about it is that it didn't have me from the get-go. Like I didn't go into this thinking like I'm gonna fucking like this. And even on the first listen, I was like, I felt the same way. I was like, it kind of lost me at times. It was a little too much, whatever, like one way. But on a second, like I thought about it more. By the end of like I said, the last 2 songs really made me want to re-listen to the whole thing. And once I listened to it again, I was like hooked. And I was like, this is a lot different than I thought it was going to be.
God damn, this is gonna be on his top 10 of the year.
And that's why I liked it, because it's a band that's doing the kind of music that I don't necessarily gravitate towards. I don't listen to pop punk all the time. I don't go looking for bands like this. But they did something different and unique to me that I thought was really good, and I fucking really liked this album.
I'm not laughing, but I'm so happy that happened. I couldn't imagine us ever having a praise this rating. Stu, do not let him sway your opinion, but be fair. What did you think of this album? Wow, praise this.
Yeah, have your own opinion. I don't care.
God
Say
damn,
fuck.
that's
I
amazing.
would say it's a skip it. but. Yeah, you had to push a button
I
first.
did. Yeah, go ahead.
But Mark has persuaded me to give it another chance, and I'll listen to it again as I download this.
Great. Next
You're
time
not
we
gonna
do
push
it-
the button?
I'm not gonna push the button.
Where's the button?
I'm not pushing it.
Where's the button?
All right, I'll push it.
Where's the button? I see it. I see it's the purple one. Oh.
He said download, but he said skip it right away. But I listened to the album 2 times, to be fair for you. And the song Familiar Patterns is what Mark said earlier, what I think sums up this album with a track title alone. But also, they say the word basement in the hook. And this album is perfect to blast in your basement while drinking beers and sing along with your friends. Yeah, get your friends in the basement, play a song, you'll sing along. It's very chaotic, it's fun, it's a great album on that aspect. The lyrics are angry and a lot fun at the same time. And PUP also captures the 90s musical scene, which I think Mark is what's all about, 90s music. Stu, shut up. 90s music is all about what Mark is about. So I'm like, oh, that's great. If you like 90s alternative music, they do that good thing. They do like alternative grungy shit, punk rock, go back that again. And I said I got bored around, but I listened to them 2 times, so I'm being fair. And it's a little redundant at times, but it's only 30 minutes long, so you can't complain that you're gonna get bored with it. But for me,
Yeah, you still did.
I didn't get bored, but I'm like, it's like I'm bored, but it picked back up immediately. But for me, I say his album is a download it. It's okay. I would definitely go back to it again, as I obviously you heard I did. Wow, I'm amazed. But anyway,
Yeah, you got persuaded by him too.
no, I got persuaded by listening to it 2 times.
Oh, you listened to it 2 times. I need to listen to it a second time.
If you want to give your opinion about this album by PUP, you didn't even give the analogy of the band title in your review. I was wrong about you. I'm sorry, Mark. Give her your opinion of the album in your comment section. Did you like the new PUP album? Did you hate it? And tell us what you would rate it.
I didn't know what their band name meant until you said it right now, so I don't.
What did it mean
I didn't
again?
Have some locked and loaded
Potential use of failure.
Pathetic use of potential.
Pathetic use of potential.
Yeah. And it wasn't for him. They used the potential to the extreme.
Public use of poop.
But I'm interested to see where they go because I know they have. I think they have an album before this, right?
Yeah,
They've
it's
got
their
one.
sophomore,
it's
yeah.
a so I'm like, I almost don't want to go backwards. Like I feel like this is like a weird lightning strike for them because I feel like they could go too much in like they could go either way. I feel like this is a special album.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
Can I ask, can you get the mic to them right here? You guys said, like, Mark said this album is a praises. This is an amazing thing he heard all year. Are you Jay and Clenda, are you compelled to listen to the new album by PUP?
12 inches away.
This is penis right there.
It's possible, but I don't download or anything, so I would actually have to go find it on CD first before I could do anything.
It's really quiet. He doesn't know how to work a computer.
We got it on there,
It's
yeah.
hard to come by these days, so.
I'm amazed you liked it that much. 2 times. I only went to download.
You need a computer.
We got a computer. Let's look at CDs.
I mean, on the way here, I was listening to it again, and I was like, I'm gonna list like this is an album for me now. Like I'm gonna list like there's a lot of albums we listen to where I'm like this is pretty good, but I honestly out of everything that we've reviewed recently, the only thing I've listened to like after a week or 2 after we've reviewed it is that Kanye West CD.
Yeah.
Which-
And that wasn't a
Oh, God, I hate you both.
You like this album better than that.
Yeah.
This
God
podcast went fucking sour.
Stu, we need to praise this
Kanye
album.
West.
We don't have a praise album yet. Since we went on the air.
You know, I didn't even know there was a praise this category.
Nah,
You know, I always try to avoid it. You know, yeah, praise this. It takes a lot.
I'm gonna listen to the album like 3 more times to see what
It
he
takes a
saw
lot.
in this.
I mean, he thinks it's a praise this. I'm gonna hold you to that.
I'm just saying that
in
it's-
5 years from now, I'm gonna be like,
I'm saying it's for
Remember
you
you said that
praised
PUP
it.
album was great.
you praised it.
Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying that I think this like
Did
I
it
judge
hold
everything
up?
on what I like and other stuff is a skip it for me because it's not for me and I just don't gravitate towards it. This one is for me. I think it did it
You're
really
always
well.
talking about the Kanye West. You just want to rub it in my face, huh?
We're not doing shit, man. Why are you getting so defensive?
Rubbing the
dude?
Kanye West.
You
in
don't
my
like
face.
it. You don't like
I
it.
don't like Kanye or Beyonce or
anything. people
any of
like.
those A's.
All right, man. Let's get out of here because I gotta yell at you guys, your fans. The problem why we're in the show so early is
You're not emailing us.
Yeah, you're not emailing us. We can't depend on DJ Skittles.
Yes, we love DJ Skittles.
Holy
Even
shit,
though he
I'm
hates me, I
so
can't say
drunk.
that.
Glasses off.
Oh my God, Jarrell's wasted.
I'm wasted.
He's taking his glasses off. Uh oh.
All right, back on. We can't depend on our old school fans.
He just
email
disconnected
us
for a few
questions all the time. All you new school fans, email us your opinions and your questions because we'll read them on the podcast. It'll be amazing.
Yeah, you
I'm so
fucking
angry.
Dicks. Send us what you like.
We want to have your opinions on our show. We can't have the same fans email us random questions every time because they'll run out of things to ask us. What do you want to ask us? What's your opinions? What's your
Do
your
we have
views?
any emails before you rant and rave?
We have no emails for this show.
Are you as outraged about me?
Okay,
giving a
so
praise
there's
this
no
to
emails.
Pup?
We got no emails to speak. That's
No.
horrible.
So we're gonna wrap the show up right now after under 2 hour
Yo,
mark.
King Missile's gonna get us them emails though.
Yeah. So real quick, we're gonna have a King Missile on our next show. Email us your questions for King Missile and his tactical penis, his opinion about Martin Scorsese and his cheesecake truck song,
Yeah.
and we'll read them on the air. And make sure you email us from now all the way until we actually go live in a couple weeks.
Woo!
Again, we're doing an internship for people to do a thing on our website.
Yes, if you want to be a slave,
If you want to be a slave for free, as Stu is adequately putting it,
you can put it on your resume.
put it on your resume. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna do we're doing our we're gonna be calling all our intern ships. What's the word? Applicants this week, and we're gonna find out if you want to do our video editing for our show. So it's not too late to send your application into our site, which we'll tell you in the at the outro right now. So if you want to get in touch with us, go to our email address, which is njhabitradio@gmail.com, and post your questions, everything like that. Also, you can go to our website, which is njhabitradio.net. Go to the contact section, type in your name, your email address, and your question and opinions. It'll come right to our email address, and we'll answer it on the show live. Go to our Facebook address at facebook.com/ what is it? NJ Hybrid Radio.
NJ Hybrid Radio.
And make sure you like us on there. We are now on Twitter, which is Twitter at NJ Hybrid Radio. Tweet our your opinions, your comments, really short like that. We'll read it on
Telling
the
you,
show.
the best website or YouTube. YouTube is updated first.
Nice segue. Go to our YouTube channel.
YouTube's updated first.
Find us on YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube
That's
channel.
really where you want to be, other than the website.
Yes.
Website is updated shortly after, and is very nice.
And finally, we want to get more music to play on our radio station coming soon. Next month in August, or the month after in August, we'll have a radio station to play all the music, everything like that. Send your for bands and labels to send your promos. Send them to our PO box, which is PO Box Hybrid Radio 297 Raritan RAR. Too drunk to spell it.
Raritan! It's
Spell it.
Raritan!
Spell it, Mark. Get a stubborn one.
R-A-R-T-A-N. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Raritan!
New Jersey 08869. Send your promo there. We'll play it on the air when we get the whole thing going on. Until next time, this has been Jarrell and Snarky Mark
Yo.
and Big League Stu
Yes!
saying have a good week or 2 weeks, and we'll see you next time with the review and the interview with King Missile.
Yeah, you forgot already.
Have a good Father's Day.
So epic.
Bye-bye.